found the secret. Alright, Maximum Carnage. So,
Marvel, baby.
here we go. Everyone who's been asking when's Marvel the whole marathon, this is it.
It's Marvel
I'm
time!
gonna change the login.
What?
Sorry, Marvel perhaps on free, obviously.
Alright, that's cool.
No, try Spider-Man.
Again, feel free to tell me to shut up whenever with questions.
That's all good. This game isn't really as conducive to talking quite as much, so I'll kind of like explain the basics at the start, and then after that there'll be a bit more time for questions and such.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. So, Maximum Carnage. This was a I don't read comics, but from what I've heard, this was a big '90s comic, kind of crossover. Featured like tons of random superheroes, and it's just kind of like it's very '90s in every sense, basically. From what I hear, and from what I hear, also this game was far, far better than the original source material. One of the only cases I could think of where that was the case for a licensed game. That and that Chronicles of Riddick game.
We can't raise the volume, otherwise it gets feedback through the microphone that we have right now.
Well, no, they're saying to raise it so that it does get feedback.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Maybe just turn it up like a couple inches.
I mean, it's green jelly. I would hope it's good. Three Little Pigs was still one of my all-time favorite one-hit wonder songs. Not gonna lie.
Great song.
Absolutely. With Hell Knows, the Funk Tunes.
Yes.
Oh, with Hell, you're back.
I like how you find a caterpillar and it's like, where's
All
it
right.
go?
So our estimate for this would be like 25 minutes or so, I guess. I'm pretty consistent with this one. Although now that I said that, we'll see what happens. But anyway, you want to do a countdown, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or-
Yeah, I'll do it. 3, 2, 1. Marvel. All right. So here we go. The basics of this game. Well, a lot of what you're going to see here is using grabs well and canceling your combos. The key thing is what you can do is when you do your punch combo, if you tap any up or down direction, it cancels and resets the punch combo. So you can just easily infinite enemies with that. And that's one of the main general tactics for playing this game at a high level. Not that hard to get down at all, really. It's quite easy, actually. The other big thing is power hits, as you're seeing there. They can be a huge help. So the way power hits work is there's sort of this kind of invisible meter for a power hit, and you build it up by both landing hits without missing and also not getting hit. Getting hit and missing attacks will both reduce your meter for the power hit. So that's the nice thing about this game. It rewards accuracy and not taking damage even in the event of a speed run, which is a really rare thing for a beat 'em up. And one of my favorite things and one of my favorite mechanics in this game, or any beat 'em up for that matter. So that's the basis of it. That's a lot of what you're going to be seeing here, especially in the earlier part of the game. So for the power hits, you have to make sure to line them up to hit multiple enemies, like so. So that's a lot of what speedrunning this game at a high level comes down to.
Is there a reason random people on the street are trying to beat up Spider-Man?
Actually, there is a legit storyline reason. They are all possessed by Carnage, apparently.
Oh!
What a good reason.
So here comes a boss.
Let's see if it does right.
We're only at
That was a
Nice!
We're only at 5,300 guys.
But yeah, so here's how that fight works is for any boss that's just a pair of enemies like that that are not super villains, you can kill them instantly by doing a double smash, and you get a 1-up for it as well. But it only works if you haven't done any damage to either of them beforehand.
This thing is fit. Nice. So we could
This one's really simple. Punch out the water tower and just let him hit you. and then guaranteed to drop on him for the insta-kill. Doppelganger is like the cheapest guy in this game, too, just about. He ducks your attacks a lot. He grabs you out of your combos randomly, so you always want to have something cheaper than him, basically. Anyway, this stage, not as much to say here since it's, again, basic beat-em-up stuff, so we can get to more questions and such if you want.
Do you have any opinion on the Sunsoft Batman for the Genesis compared to the NES ones?
Never played it, unfortunately.
What's the worst game you've ever played?
Worst game I've ever played? I mean, I guess you could say, like, Action 52 or something for an easy answer, but I'll just say that as far as, like, an officially licensed game goes, like, something that passed the seal of quality test, Heavy Nova, by far.
How do you find out about games like Holy Diver and stuff like that?
That's because I used to just randomly play a lot on emulators and, just randomly search through the game list to find, like, everything out there ever that existed. And I'll stumble upon stuff like that occasionally through that.
Who do you think is your biggest competition in UFGT's Mystery Game Tournament this year?
To be honest, I mean, I don't know, because it depends on the game. Although Heroic Legacy scares me, because he's another one a lot like me. He plays a lot of stuff in general, like random fighting games, and he's also interested in speedruns and other non-fighting games too, because they use those in the tournament as well. So he's one of the ones I'm looking at.
When you were narrating the end of the game dialogue, do you notice you sound like Olmec from the Legend of the Hidden Temple?
Well, I used to watch that show a lot, so I guess that's not surprising in a sense.
Team Purple Parrots.
Just as a reminder to everyone, I'm only reading the questions PM'd to me in the IRC. There's just too many to go through everything. How do those close to you but outside the community react to your speedrunning hobby?
They've generally been okay with it because I tend to, talk about the charity aspect of it. So, people go, oh, hey, that's a really cool thing. And my parents in particular tend to be really proud of it and talk about it to people more than I do, if anything. Like, my mother has a Twitch account. Funky's mom, except no substitutes. Funkdoc's mom is a phony. Just want to get that out there.
Follower.
Yeah, Ski Sonic was talking about that. He was like, yo, I saw Funkdoc's mom in a Dota 2 stream. I was like, what the hell? She don't watch that. That can't be real. And he was right. So the idea behind that fight is you have to lose on purpose. You can win the fights and beat those fat guys and get more like one-ups and continues, but it never ends. You have to lose. So this is one of the harder stages to get right, because you have to fight Doppelganger without any really cheap stuff. I have a strat for this, but I'll see if he behaves for it. That was kind of behaving. There we go. I think I got it, though. And there you have it. That should be it. Alright, so that stage went pretty well, actually. I'm happy with that one. I used to have a lot more problems than that until I figured out that strat. Now, for this path branch, so you can choose Venom at some points in this game as well. We'll be seeing a lot more of him later, but for now, we're going to pick Spider-Man. You want to know why? Here's why. Because this is a stage. So,
you don't have to bother winning that stage.
What you're meant to do is you're supposed to drop kick Demo Goblin off of his pumpkin, but you don't have to. Like, all it does is just keep him from riding on the pumpkin in this stage, but due to the hidden cloak icon I just picked up there, that's not a problem. Takes it down to one hit, and that's it. At the end of stages, I mash punch, by the way, because the game counts down your accuracy for bonus points, actually. So making your accuracy lower, it actually saves, like, a couple seconds here. But yeah, superhero icons. We're starting to get to the stage of the game where we will be using lots of those. They're assists, essentially. So hey, more Marvel for it. And they're quite powerful, and I save a lot of them for the end of the game, because this just gets too cheap to beat otherwise, realistically. Anyway, here's Venom. Venom is much more powerful than Spider-Man. He does more damage in general, and also his power hit has a much wider hit area, as you may have seen there. it's kind of a circle all around him. And just like everything else about him, it also does more damage.
Do you have a favorite Tekken character?
Do I have a favorite Tekken character? Probably Julia. I mean, I just like the concept of her in general. You know, fellow scientists, got to represent, you know. And also, just like how she plays in game, even is cool. I always dig the elbow loops she has.
What are you getting your PhD in?
Neuroscience, as that is what I have my undergrad degree in. I am going into research. That is the plan.
What is your opinion on Persona 4 Arena, and do you think that it would break any ground rules within the fighting game scene? Because as it is now, there are 5 major games.
Persona. I think Persona is a perfectly solid game. It's still no Guilty Gear to me, but then I'm a grumpy old man. Probably nothing will be. It's definitely a damn good game, though, still. And definitely deserves to be an EVO. It got over 150 players at NEC. I mean, it got the 3rd most players there after, you know, the big 2 Capcom games. So, all the stuff about Persona 4 being dead is just a meme. Don't take it seriously. And much love to the community there for actually coming out and representing.
I like how they give every single enemy a name.
No! Okay, I missed this. Oh, I gotta get. Yes, I got it.
Nice!
That was lucky.
Nice recovery.
Yes. That can get really random and really bad. It can go badly fast if they don't line up for the double smash, because those are some of the cheaper enemies in this game. They can block a lot, and they have a ton of range on their umbrella stab, and it's really fast, too. They can combo you easily. Oh my god. Okay, this is going kind of badly. The biggest danger in general in this game, and especially with Venom, is getting accidental grabs. Because, well, Venom in particular, if you may have noticed, his grabbing animation's really slow. So you're almost guaranteed to get hit by another enemy if you do that. I have an audio cue for this one. You gotta be careful. There we go. And here's Black Cat. So Doppelganger is really cheap, so I need 2 Black Cats to take him out. And I want to get knocked down so that he'll stay in place and get lined up for the hit. Because it's very easy to miss. For Black Cat to miss the enemies. But if you're knocked down, they just stay in place. So that's it. That's that stage. This has been a pretty good run so far, I have to say. I'm probably on pace for potentially a sub-22, depending on how the rest goes here.
Do you want to know your time now or not?
No. This is the hardest stage in the game right here. Also, we have a nice awkward conversation here with Spidey and Venom. So we better split up, and then... Yeah. No, I got hit out of the power hit. That's one of the dangers of this. No! Okay, good. I really don't want to have any health missing at this point, but I think I can still do okay, I think. Wow, this is bad. I'm gonna die already. I was really hoping to get a no death on this stage, but it's not looking good. Just look at how fast these things fire, how fast they move. Yeah, see what I mean? I got hit out of the middle of a combo. Like, when they gang up on you with multiple of them, there's just nothing you can do. Oh, at least I landed that one. So a lot of the enemies in this game are actually named after people who worked on it. And that even includes like these Chuns, like Chun. That's the name of someone who was a part of the team. If you look at the credits, you'll see a lot of familiar names, basically. Here comes a secret room. This one can only be reached with Venom, and it's by dash jumping from that spot that I do. And so secret rooms have either extra lives and or superhero assists. This one has superheroes. Actually, it has both. But the superheroes are the reason I go here. Also, taking the secret room skips past this really annoying laser gate section where they give you almost no time to run through them. They kind of like open and close. So I got 2 Dagger icons there. Dagger is one of the best superheroes all around. She's instant death on nearly everything. Not supervillains, but she actually instant kills Carnage. So yes, any of you fans of Doctor Doom or Keats, this is your fight. This is the only way to fight this guy, really, because, he doesn't get hit stunned by anything else.
Superheroes don't help me. Superheroes assist.
And there we go. So the thing with that boss is, anytime he hits you, he takes half your health. Even his death animation takes half your health if you get touched by it.
Nice.
But he's not much of a problem if you know how to cheese him out in the way I just did. He can be fought a little bit faster than that, but I just wanted to land a power hit, period, because you lose a ton of time if you don't. This stage is one of the tougher ones, but I do have a strat here. What I want to do is get on the right side. No, don't do that, Demo Goblin. No. No! Okay, here's what I want to do. Yeah. That's what I want. Okay. No! Why? Why are they not lining up? What the hell? This is... Wow. This, never happened. Okay. See, that worked. But... Oh, Dude, did you see that? I got grabbed out of the lariat. Not even just a regular punch or anything. The lariat. The Mike Hagger special.
Oh, this is some Final Fight SNES strats they had going on right there.
And there's the Sonic Gun. That is what we went to the Fantastic Four lab to get. And there's Firestar. Firestar is the worst superhero in the game normally with Venom. She only does half a bar of damage to enemies, but she takes Carnage down to 1 hit. That's her one use. So anyway, to get back to the Sonic Gun. Sonic Gun is the best assist in the game. It insta-kills everything, or takes it down to 1 hit, including supervillains.
What's your favorite meme?
I do not have one. I am the anti-meme. Thank you very much.
Would you say that playing fighting games helps you speedrun games?
I would say definitely yes. It helped me with, general execution stuff, but also especially, hanging in there in clutch moments and, having the presence of mind to remember what to do when you're in a tough situation, which definitely came into play in this marathon, I would say, for my Castlevania runs. But yeah, just, a lot of the execution and speedrunning becomes less scary after you've played something like Guilty Gear. I will say that. So up here in this tree, behind here, is another Sonic Gun icon. Those are the only 2 in the game. Made damn sure to get them both. Here we go. I only gotta line this up. Yes, see, Black Cat is really annoying to try to get to hit enemies. But you kind of gotta, line them all up just like that. That's what you do. And now, this is where the superhero spam really begins. So yeah, there's Cloak. Doppelganger is weak to Cloak. Yeah, the supervillains tend to have weaknesses to specific superheroes. But the thing is that I have other methods of dealing with Doppelganger and get more out of using Cloak on these large packs of enemies. Basically. Again, I'm mashing punch to reduce my accuracy from the stage, reduce the amount of time counting down points. Oh, that was good. See, that's faster than using a superhero if you can line it up quickly enough, which I did. But the rest of them I'm not even going to try on. It's not consistent at all to try for the double smash in any of these, so yeah, just going to...
So you got all the double smashes you wanted to in the run?
Yes.
Nice.
There's an R. Garcia, so sorry, Robert. At least you have KOF 13 and Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. Shouts to NGPC. So here's another stage that's all supervillain fights, but they're extremely cheap ones. Like, every time you fight them, they just get faster and more annoying in general. That's why we use the Sonic Gun. Now we're going to use an interesting trick here. So, we got Deathlock, a.k.a. totally not the Terminator. Well, actually, he was created in the 70s, so he did predate it. Now, by using Deathlock to finish off the fight here, see, normally Carnage appears at the end of the stage and hits you. But Deathlock stays in the screen so long, cancels that. So there you go, that saves a little bit of extra time.
I don't think I saw that strategy the last time I saw you do this.
Yep, that's I've kind of changed it up a little bit between Sonic Gun or that.
That was neat.
So by picking Venom in this path branch, you get to skip 3 full stages that Spider-Man has to play. The first one they don't even show on here, the police station. That stage does have the best enemy names, though, I will say. So definitely give that a shot if you play this.
The guy's still alive. Wow, that poor guy.
No, I didn't do this right. Sorry. I was trying to get to the Statue of Liberty stage, but I forgot what buttons to mash, unfortunately. On one of those cutscenes with Venom being captured by Carnage, if you mash certain buttons, you'll make Venom's symbiote grow out and block the Sonic Gun. And it'll get you into the Statue of Liberty, which is a hidden stage that most people think was removed from the game because it was featured in all the magazine ads for it. There was a picture of it there. But, it's not not part of the regular progression, so people just assume it was removed. Actually, no, it's just a hidden stage. It's more kind of a bonus stage than anything.
I didn't realize that guy was actually not controlled.
No. Okay, there we go. Line up for Black Cat. Thank you.
How bad is that feel out?
I'll show this one off. So get this. Because Spider-Man picked up Captain America in the cutscene earlier, and during the demo, that means we actually get him here. And he's quite useful too, as you can see. Meanwhile, over here, we're going to pick up poor Iron Fist. Yes. Well, he wasn't in Marvel 3, so, he gets no love there, is what I mean, so at least I get to show him off here. He's not bad, but I don't use him in the proper speedrun just because I have so many other good assists by then. So look at how fast these guys are. Yeah, that's why Sonic Gun. Yeah, this game has a reputation as one of the hardest beat-em-ups ever from a number of people, which it is if you try to play it normally, but once you know how to save your superheroes for the end of the game, it's nowhere near as bad. Like this. Carnage, well, you're going to see on the next stage after this, fighting Carnage without superheroes. Because that's the thing. The reason I spam so many superheroes here is that after this stage, you lose them. However, on here, you gain the ability instead to switch between Spider-Man and Venom. And they each, whatever number of lives you have going into the stage, both characters have that number of lives. So effectively, your lives get doubled when you get here. But for a typical player, you will need those extra lives. Carnage is hell to fight.
This isn't actually the game.
No, they pulled the Donkey Kong Country trick here.
Oh, boy, I could do it.
Yeah. Anyway, this is actually tough. Let me see if I can get this. No, he didn't behave. Okay. I think I would have it. Yes. Yes!
Nice.
Wow, that was a great fight. No.
Oh. I didn't.
And yeah, the stage cannot end before that point there. So you actually have some leeway in getting the fastest possible time in there. This stage, though, this is the final stage here. And guess what? More Carnage. Except he has more health, he's even faster and cheaper.
Hello, half your health bar vanishing in one hit.
This has not been the greatest start here. Oh my god! Okay, now he's using the cheat moves.
Can you switch whenever?
Whenever you do switch, there's a cooldown of a couple seconds.
Okay. So you can't just cheese him out by switching back.
No. Although you have to abuse the invincibility to beat him.
Right.
I see you using that invincibility.
But you can't completely cheat them out.
Oh, time.
22 for
We didn't start that by SDA timing, but it was still like a little bit over 22, so still a really solid run overall. My SDA time in this game is 22:05, but I beat that in the majority of my runs now. There's been a lot of what you've seen here has been new strats that have been found more recently. In fact, I don't even have the world record in this game anymore. Vega4993, that is his name on Twitch and everywhere else. Vega4993, he beat my time, and in fact, he's the one who got me back into running this game and learning new stuff. So definitely give him a follow on Twitch and elsewhere. And he's got a Dazzle and SNES and all that stuff, so he's going to start going for SDA attempts on that game. So be on the lookout for that from him, and possibly some races between us. As in fact, we did race at Sandython, good race too. So yeah, this game's had a lot of action on it recently. That's what a bit of competition will do for you. All right, well, that about does it for me. Just gotta get through this. I always forget you have to press buttons here to get to the ending.
Okay, so can you just do the questions while we?
Yeah.
Do you read comics or collect them?
Absolutely not. I am not a comics guy at all.
I wanted to do it after Gotcha.
Who is your favorite Disney princess?
Wait, what?
Who is your favorite Disney princess?
Ooh. I don't know if I have one, really. I'm not the biggest Disney guy. I mean, Bella's cool, I guess.
We've all said that.
Why does everyone love the Stockholm Syndrome?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's so funny. Do you have a favorite fighting game pro, or do you emulate anyone else when you play fighting games?
Not really. I'm very much in the school of, if you look up to someone, then you're probably, you're not going to be mentally tough enough to beat them if you, put them on a pedestal. So I try not to do that. And I'm not even really a big fan of the concept of pros in general, because, it's video games. It's not like with sports where, natural physical ability really is a huge factor. In games, I truly believe just about anyone can become a top player if they have the time to dedicate to it. So I'm not really a big fan of placing players on pedestals like that. I will say in general, I do like Viscount for his approach to games, and he's just one of the smartest guys when it comes to breaking them down and understanding what makes games great, what makes cheap stuff cheap, and so forth, and is very articulate in describing that. He's definitely a favorite of mine, and someone I would say whose general approach is kind of similar to mine in some ways. But yeah.
So what's next?
Oh man! Well, we're continuing the beat-em-up theme here, sort of.
It's a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
It is.
What is it?
So just a reminder, I will not repeat questions that have already been asked.
That switch. That's
Do you
right.
play MVC3 Fun?
I hate Marvel as a competitive game, honestly. That is one you will not see me playing.